I Beg to Differ. Supported by Obiwizi, Diamonds and Pearls Travels Limited, and Chrisland School. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College. For sponsorship, email info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ. The Tournament of Champions.
Stage is set. This is where the men are separated from the boys and the women are separated from the girls. The battle lines indeed have been drawn, and only the strongest will survive. 8 debaters have fought their way through the fire, defeating worthy opponents, proving their brilliance, and earning a place in the quarterfinals. But today, the competition gets tougher because the margin for error is smaller, the stakes are higher, and the road to victory is narrowing. 4 will rise and 4 will fall as the quest for the championship enters its most intense phase yet.
Well, for weeks, we have seen young minds wield knowledge like a sword, using facts, logic, and persuasion as their most powerful weapons. We've heard arguments that shook the arena, rebuttals that turned the tides, and speeches that left us in awe. But today, everything is on the line because a single misstep could mean the end of the road. The question is, who has the courage, the confidence, and the conviction to stand tall and claim their place in the semi-finals?
Food for thought is a 1 million naira question. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 13 of the most prestigious, most intense, most mind-blowing intellectual competition on radio, the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament. This is the quarterfinals, the stage where champions are forged and contenders are separated from the best of the best. The arguments will be sharper, the battles will be fiercer, and there is no room for doubt. Only 4 will make it through. And by the end of today, we will know who is one step closer to ultimate victory.
Of course, you can be part of the action. We're live on Nigeria Info FM 99.3, on Facebook and on YouTube. We can reach all of you. Yes, you can be part of the conversation. We're streaming on Facebook and on YouTube directly. Also, if you have the Nigerian Info mobile app, if you don't have it, go and download it. You can listen to us from anywhere in the world today. You can all listen on our station, Cafe 101.7, Brits Tournament to an even bigger audience. Whether you're in your car, at home, or watching from anywhere in the world, get ready because today's debates will leave you on the edge of your seat.
She is Maryann Okon.
And he is Femi Obong-Daniels.
We are so glad to be doing this together with you. Let's roll, Maryann.
Well, thank you, Femi. Today's words will become weapons, like I said earlier on. But first, let's meet our judges.
Here we go. Dr. Chiking Badije is the head of department, Mass Communication and Strategic Communication Programs, School of Media and Communication, the Pan-Atlantic University. He joins this broadcast yet again. Thank you very much, Dr. Chiking Badije. Judge Ufoma Egbamuno is the news manager at Nigeria Info, Cool FM, and Wazobia FM Lagos. And of course, is also the news manager of Kids FM, on which station you are also hearing this debate tournament as we speak. Judge Yvonne Ohaifo is a double judge, 2 judges in one. She's the debate content judge. She's also the diction judge. She shines the light on everything. As a matter of fact, she has the light of her phone on as we speak. She's a broadcast journalist, newscaster par excellence, Nigeria Info, Kids FM. Welcome, Yvonne Ohaifo. Many thanks to our longtime partners, Obi-Weezy, for their unwavering commitment to this debate competition over the years. They're the home of brand new and pre-owned gadgets, offering customers a platform where they can purchase top quality brand new and used gadgets at the most affordable of prices, with warranty, of course. They also assist their customers by offering repair, advisory, and after-sales services in order to meet all their major gadgetry needs. You can follow Obi-Weezy on their Instagram page. It's at Obi-Weezy Backup Page. Obi-Weezy, Obiwezy Backup Page, Maryann.
Yes, of course. Don't forget that Tollywood College provides positive catalytic impulses to every child to stretch his or her inherent learning competencies through a self-discovery process. Above all, at Tollywood, emphasis is placed on learning and not teaching. Now, Tollywood College believes that education is a complete process that leads to the attainment of the full potential of the child. They equip their students with life skills to face the real world, be it in planning, analyzing, team building, communicating, or conflict. You can follow on Tollywood.
Then our partners, travel, make it affordable and access, provide services like flyers, answers, and movies. You can follow travel, D&P travel, D&P, like D-A-D travel on Instagram. All right, the national finals will happen in July, August. If you are interested in sponsoring, I beg to differ. We are ready to start the conversations with you. Send your email to us. And here's the email address: info@nigeriainfo.fm. info@nigeriainfo.fm. And we can take this forward. It's a 1 million naira prize money for the winner of this second Lagos Regional Finals, courtesy of Tollywood College. The winner also gets a G20 Ultra tablet. Brilliant tablet. I saw it earlier today. The winner also gets Green Lion Echo ANC wireless headphone. The second prize finisher goes home with 500,000 naira, courtesy of Tollywood College. He or she also gets Green Lion Echo ANC wireless headphone and a Green Lion Palmer 2 RGB portable speaker, both courtesy of Obi-Weezy. Third prize finisher takes home 250K, courtesy of Tollywood College. And courtesy of Obi-Weezy, they go home with Green Lion Stockholm smart glasses and Green Lion Panama wireless earbuds. All right. You've met everybody you need to meet. You've met Maryann and I. You've met the judges. Time to meet the actual celebrities of these debates. Our 2 contestants for this first quarterfinal debate, Maryann.
Yes, we're going to, you know what they say, Femi, ladies first. Let's meet Joseph Esther.
My name is Joseph Esther Oluchi. I'm 16 years old from Hisac Academy. My ultimate goal in the I Beg to Differ debate tournament actually is to come show myself, make everybody know who I am, then go home with the prize. Before I debate, I would like to, just sing, calm my nerves, or just pray, just do something that will make me feel relaxed.
Okay.
I always look forward to it. It's the singing part. It hasn't happened yet. Hopefully it will happen. Welcome, Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy. She's 16 years of age. She's in SS3 final year. Welcome, Esther. There's no time to sing. You're not in the mood to sing yet, right? You sing for me at some point today, huh? Let's meet her opponent.
All right, let's meet Anthony Anagha.
My name is Anthony Anagha. I'm 14 years old in SS2 from New International School. My goal for this I Beg to Differ tournament is to come out first. My favorite activity to do outside school is going to the beach or traveling.
Okay.
Brilliant kid. We've seen him during this debate. He's been awesome. His name is Anthony Ndukwe Anagha. Oh, of course, he prefers the American version of it. Anthony. I struggle with of New Hall International School is to welcome No, are they who's voting? Esther is voting. Tony is opposing. Here is motion. The motion is this: NYSC should be replaced with mandatory 1-year military service. NYSC should be replaced by a mandatory 1-year military service term. So, Esther supports that motion that we should scrap NYSC, replace it with 1 year of mandatory military service. Anthony Ndukwe says, I beg to differ. I don't agree. We will go straight into this debate right after this.
The battle of minds just got tougher. The stakes higher than ever. 8 debaters remain. 4 quarter-final clashes. Only 4 will make it to the semi-finals. On Monday, day 13 of the I Beg to Differ debate tournament, the first quarter-finals kick off with a heated showdown. At 4 p.m., it's a fierce face-off as Anthony Ndukwe Anagha takes on Esther Joseph, debating the topic: NYSC should be replaced with mandatory 1-year military service. Then at 5 p.m., it's a battle of perspective as Ochua Osei-Ichue tackles Akinshule Oyindamola on the topic: the federal government's planned National Youth Conference is necessary for national development. Who will argue their way into the semi-finals? Who will deliver the ultimate knockout points? And who will beg to differ the best? The best. Tune in live on Nigeria Info FM 99.3 and Kids FM 101.7 Lagos, and watch the action unfold on Facebook and YouTube at Nigeria Info FM. I Beg to Differ, supported by Obi-Wheezy, Diamonds and Pearls Travels Limited, and Chrisland Schools. Prize money sponsor Tollywood College. For sponsorship, email info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
It's a brilliant, sunshiny day. The sun is about to set, not on the debate. But the fear is, in this contest, the sun will set for one of these 2 brilliant minds, only temporarily, because one of them will progress, the other will exit this debate. Who will it be? Let's find out. Once again, our debate topic is NYSC should be replaced with mandatory 1-year military service. Esther Joseph is a motion supporter. She's from Hisac Academy, and she gets to go first.
Okay. So everybody has 4 minutes, as you all know. I'm sure you guys now know everything that happens here. And you know the rules. All right. So Esther, are you ready? Your 4 minutes starts now.
Imagine a country where every graduate is trained not just to survive but to lead. A country where youth are not just thrown into random jobs for a year, but are equipped with discipline, strength, and reward skills. NYSC was created for unity, yet Nigeria remains divided. But NYSC was created for unity, yet Nigeria remains divided. NYSC was meant to create opportunities, but thousands finish jobless. Worse, core members facing security unprepared and defenseless. Now, imagine a country where youth are strong, disciplined, and trained to protect themselves and their communities. Today, I'll prove to you that replacing NYSC mandatory military service isn't just necessary, it's the key to a safer, stronger, and more prepared nation. Good day, moderators, one of the impartial judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debater, my ever-attentive audience. My name is Esther, a student of Hisac Academy, Ojo, and I'm here to support the motion that states NYSC should be replaced with 1-year mandatory military service. Here are my points. To begin with, military training will reduce insecurity. According to a 2023 Nigeria security tracker, over 70,000 deaths from insecurity in the past decades due to insurgencies, banditry, and kidnapping. If youth undergo military training, they'll be able to protect themselves and assist in national security efforts. In 2023, terrorists attacked NYSC members in Sokoto, highlighting how core members are vulnerable rather than prepared. In addition, outdated NYSC no longer serves its purpose. NYSC was created in 1973 for unity, but today it wastes talent and resources. Graduates of medicine, law, and engineering all end up teaching primary school pupils rather than gaining career experience. In addition, leadership and discipline will improve in youth. Many Nigerian youth lack leadership skills. Military service builds character and national pride. According to a 2023 World Development Leadership Report, military service increases teamwork, responsibility, and discipline. Countries like South Korea and Israel all mandate military service, and their youth are known for strong discipline and national commitment. Furthermore, leadership and discipline will improve in youth. Nigerian youth will be stronger, healthier, and more disciplined under military service. Singapore's national service program trains youth in survival tactics, leadership, and crisis management. Furthermore, increased employment for trained graduates. Military service would equip Nigeria youth with high demand skills for careers in law enforcement, security, and logistics. According to a 2023 economic impact report, countries with military trained youth have lower unemployment rates. In Germany, military trained youth have higher unemployment in security, logistics, and private sectors. Next, economic burden on NYSC will be reduced. Military service will be more productive and cost effective. In 2022, over 5,000 NYSC members protested unpaid allowances, showing NYSC's financial inefficiency. Next, recruitment into the military will strengthen national defense. Military service would increase manpower for national defense and stability. According to a 2023 Nigeria Military Assessment Report, Nigeria military is undermanned by over 30%, affecting national security. In 2022, Nigeria military reported low recruitment, making the fight against Boko Haram and banditry more difficult. Continuing, social integration will be stronger under military service. Unlike NYSC, where people serve for a year and move on, military service fosters lifelong bonds and unity. In South Korea, military service help reduce regional discrimination and create a united national identity. Continuing, tackles indiscipline and cultism. Military service instills law, order, and responsibility. According to a 2023 Nigeria Youth Behavioral Report, cultism is increased by 40% in universities in the past 5 years. In 2021, 6 NYSC members were caught engaging in fraud, showing the lack of discipline in the current system. More so, real combat readiness for emergencies. Nigeria faces internal threats. Military service prepared Nigeria citizens for emergency. In Ukraine, citizens trained with military tactics were able to resist invasion more effectively. Again, addresses corruption in NYSC. Thank you.
All right. Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy, 16-year-old SS3 student with her opening round, our presentation round. NYSC should be replaced with mandatory 1-year military service. Our opponent is Anthony Ndukwe Anagha of Newhall International School. He's 14, he's in SS2. He gets his chance to oppose that motion.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your 4 minutes starts now.
NYSC brings together diverse cultures through a fair and equal service with utmost humility and respect. Permit me, as I said, the best vibration of the day by saying good afternoon, panel of judges, our crew timekeeper, my co-debater, and my lovely audience. My name is Anthony Ndukwe, and now representing Newhall International School, and I'm here to oppose the motion which states NYSC should be replaced for 1-year mandatory military service. Before I begin, I'd like to say what is the NYSC program. The National Youth Service Corps program, inaugurated in 1973, was put in place by our Nigerian government to foster national progress. Now to move on with my point, NYSC promotes unity.
NYSC bridges ethnic, cultural, and religious barriers by bringing all citizens together, undergraduates, to form a central and united Nigeria. NYSC also boosts employment. They host programs like said, skill acquisition, entrepreneurship, and development to teach corps members how to start up businesses and to learn technical skills. They also guarantee them their first working experience, and also they can get permanent jobs through their posting. NYSC is creating jobs. Furthermore, Nigeria lacks the capacity. We have approximately 223,000 active military personnel, but we still can't efficiently meet their needs. Do you think when we add the millions of undergraduates towards the system that then we'll be able to meet their needs? No, I disagree. With NYSC, we can strengthen rural development. Most corps members are put in underdeveloped communities to help the society, to give out to the society. If I may pose this question forward, when was the last time you saw a military personnel directly helping someone in the community? Furthermore, security, a major matter of concern. As Nigeria Army is fighting Boko Haram, fraud, and large terrorist groups, how do you expect fresh undergraduate graduates who don't have the skills or the mental stability to handle such work to go out to the war front, to go out to the front line? Are you sending them out there to be slaughtered like pigs? You see, I will not be silenced. If I see something, I will say something. With this military service, we're only going to increase our casualty rates. We're going to increase the death rate in our country, and that is just it. With NYSC, we're also going to teach them civil responsibility. We teach them patriotism. We teach them to care for their great country, Nigeria. So, for people to enter our military service is also going to violate their human rights. According to the UN United Nations, forceful military conscription will take away their freedom of choice. To proceed, NYSC is way cheaper to fund than military service. The national budget for military service is 2 trillion naira compared to the national budget for NYSC. This is 146 billion naira. Can you see the difference? 2 trillion naira to 146 billion naira. Nigeria, which system do you want to run? Furthermore, it's also going to lead political disputes. Numerous countries are running far away from this system. They know how detrimental and how bad it is for the society. Countries like Ghana, South Africa, France, they are leaving this military service in the past because they know that it's going to affect the country. You spoke about South Korea, but they run the system at their citizens' mental health at stake. And let's not forget, they have a large amount of economical and political disputes in their country, and they only force the men to participate in this system. Do we not also want to run a gender bias system? Military service is also going to affect career progress. Let's take this for an instance. You're an athlete now. During that your 1 year of progress, during your 1 year of service, for one reason or another, your leg got amputated. Can you still be an athlete? No. That means that because of that 1 year of service, the rest of your life has been changed. All the hard work you put before that 1 year of the service has been thrown down the drain. Please let's not make such a grave mistake of replacing NYSC for mandatory military service. Lastly, mandatory military service is also going to increase youth brain drain. People are going to leave the country due to the rapid increase in unemployment, how they have lost their voice, and how there's no more freedom of choice. They will leave the country looking for greener pastures, not knowing that we can solve this issue right here and now. If you agree with me that NYSC should not be replaced for 1 year mandatory military service. In conclusion, replacing NYSC for 1 year mandatory military service is a dangerous, costly, and impractical idea. Nigeria needs unity, not just military duty. So please trust me. Believe me when I tell you that NYSC should not be replaced for 1 year mandatory military service. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant openings or openers for both the students. You just heard Anthony Ndukwe Anagha of New Hall International School, the 14-year-old SS2 student of that school. Well done. Before him, you heard Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy, who's 16 and in SS3, who also did an impressive opener. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go straight to the rebuttal rounds between these two students. Stay around.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. On Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, on X at Obiwizi. The email address info@obiwizi.com, or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com.
Welcome back. Special thanks to Obiwizi, Tollywood College, Chrisland Schools, and of course Diamonds and Pearls Travel, our sponsors and partners. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info. You cannot miss it. Also, we starting from this quarterfinals, we have our polls up, so you do get to vote. Yes, you do get to vote for who you prefer. Click, you will see the poll on Facebook and on YouTube. I reckon it would also be on X. I'm not sure, but Maryann will confirm later. Just go ahead. Yes, it is there. So vote. But your votes do not replace your comments. Vote and also drop your comment.
Yes.
And comment, and then make sure you also vote.
Yes, don't forget to listen to us also on our sister station. We are also streaming on Kids FM. Don't forget also
101.7.
Yes, please. Don't forget also that you can send us a WhatsApp message. So it's not just Facebook and YouTube. On WhatsApp, it's 08095975805.
Thank you very much. Time now for the rebuttal rounds between Anthony and Esther. For this rebuttal round,
we're switching.
We switch.
And so Anthony is going to start this round. Anthony, are you ready? Yes. Your 4 minutes starts now.
All protocols still observed. I still remain Anthony Ndukwe now, representing your international school, and this is my rebuttal round. First of all, my co-debater made mention of discipline. I want to make mention that there are other ways you could instill discipline. In classes, through civic education, you could teach them to respect their surroundings, respect their military officers. It does not have to be through military service. You also said that in NYSC does not create jobs, but NYSC create jobs. With the posting, you could also create permanent jobs for the people. For long as you show the essential skills necessary, you could get those jobs. You also said that we should be ready to fight at every given point. That military service, we train them with the skills necessary for them to fight in wars. But right now, we're not in Nigeria right now, we're not in a state of war. That's no reason why we should be training civilians to be soldiers. Also, you said that national security. It's just a national security that we can defend ourselves in case of crime. I have to make mention of this. I have to mention of this. We are not judges or lawmakers, so we shouldn't take matters into our hands. This is why I'm saying that military service should not be made. Military service to give you the skills, which later on make you make wrong decisions. You can start doing bad activities in the future just because of the fact that you have the ability to do such things. You also say that South Korea now that they run the system and they are effective, but they are not. They have a high suicide rate in their country, and they also suffer from mental illnesses. Do you want the same thing to happen to our own country? Yeah. Next, you also said that military service will be more. They said military service will be more more costly to our pockets than is NYSC. According to the information I made mention before, the national budget for military service is 2 trillion naira. The national budget for NYSC is 146 billion naira. Let us make that clear. See that the number of people in the military service is very low. So when we force them to enter military service, are they going to stay more? If you force someone to stay for a year, do you think they will stay the next year? No, they won't. They will leave the place because they finally have the freedom to move around and do what they want to do. You see that there's fraud in NYSC compared to military service. There's fraud in everywhere. Embezzlement is not limited by the body or the agency that's in. There's corruption in every single agency in our country. You also kept talking about how they can get employment in Germany and other countries, but you did not come back to our country, Nigeria. Can you guarantee them that after a military service that they can get gainful employment? If you can't guarantee them, then we should not start a system that we cannot maintain. When we have NYSC system, and when we have NYSC system, at least we can guarantee them employment through the posting. Next, you also made mention of employment again, but this time it said that to be easier for them to get it. See, when it comes to military service, you learn some certain skills which may affect your rational thinking. Just imagine an emotional person and they did not promote you, and you told the boss that I will do something to you. If I was the boss, I would feel threatened because I know that you have the skill to actually do what you do. This may create fear in the workplace. It may affect peace in total. You also made mention of respect. There's a difference between respect and fear. When you are in a military service, they normally instill stereotypes of order in which you have to just obey what they tell you. This creates fear, not respect, and respect will go a long way, not fear. Next of all, you also made mention. Being done with my opponent's points, let me move on with my points. First of all, it's also going to promote intertribal marriages. When people who have follow NYSC, we bridge ethnic, cultural, and religious barriers. We bring them together. It can promote relationships between different tribes, which can promote marriages, which is also a peacemaker in our society. Next, it creates geographical awareness. When people use the NYSC program, we can teach them other areas in our society. If I may ask you, which one of us knew where Taraba or Yobe State is located? But just imagine during NYSC process, you were posted in Taraba or Yobe State. You could create awareness of such places. You can know what they are going through, and you can feel for those people too. Let's not forget, service will unite far better than forces. Let us keep NYSC. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Anthony Ndukwe Anagha of Newhall International School. That was his rebuttal round, the 14-year-old. Well done. Time now to switch to his opponent, Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy.
Esther, you have 4 minutes. Your 4 minutes starts now.
All protocols duly observed. I remain Esther Joseph, and I'm here to refute my opponent's point. My opponent said NYSC promotes unity. But how does NYSC promote unity? If NYSC promotes unity, core members will not be bribing their way to get posted to Lagos and Abuja to avoid tough areas. But military service places all recruits in equal and structured training to break to break religious and tribal barriers. My opponent said NYSC boosts unemployment. NYSC boosts employment. We all know that this is a lie. NYSC doesn't boost employment. The only thing NYSC is good at is to send graduates to primary schools to teach without even gaining career experience. But military service provides practical experience, leadership training, and enhanced career skills. My opponent also said that Nigeria lacks the capacity. But countries like Singapore, Israel, and Sweden all use military training for national service. Why should Nigeria's case be different? My opponent also said that NYSC boosts security. NYSC doesn't boost security. There are some places you will send some NYSC members to be posted, and they will, instead of them to go, they will bribe the management for them to send them to places where they know that the place is safe. So how can you say NYSC promotes security? But military service, in 2023, terrorists attacked NYSC members in Sokoto, highlighting how core members were vulnerable rather than prepared. If NYSC members were trained to defend themselves, they'll be able to defend themselves and even their members rather than be vulnerable and showing that they are not prepared. My opponent also said that invades human rights. Civic duty isn't a violation of human rights. Civic duty isn't a violation of human rights. Just as countries enforce voting taxation, compulsory education, they all serve national interest. My opponent also said that it leads to political disputes. I will have you know that this is fear-mongering. Nigeria has military and political force. A structured military will help strengthen Nigeria democracy by building loyalty to the country, not to the politicians. My opponent also said that it affects progress. NYSC doesn't affect progress. Military service includes logistics, security, cyber security, administrative roles, which help in national defense. My opponent also said that it creates brain drain. Singapore, Israel, and Germany all use military service, but they retain their top talent through economic incentives and patriotic responsibility. My opponent also said that NYSC improves patriotism. But how do you know that patriotism is built through service? When young people train together, they develop national identity and unity. Having rebutted my opponent's points, I would like to add a few more points to my argument. Firstly, addresses corruption in NYSC. Military service will put an end to corruption by enforcing equal rights. According to a 2023 Transparency International report, 30% of core members bribe their way to Abuja and Lagos, avoiding tough areas. My opponent also says, secondly, instill stronger national values. Thank you.
All right. And so the rebuttal rounds come to an end between Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy, you just heard her, and Anthony Ndukwe Anagha of New Hall International School. We'll take a break, Lagos. When we come back, we'll go straight to the closing rounds.
Tollywood College is a modern co-educational day school poised to provide a perfect learning environment for students between the ages of 10 and 16. We are dedicated to innovation and excellence in teaching and learning, an experience like no other at Tollywood College, where potentials are unlocked and given premium value. For inquiries, kindly contact us at the email address info@tollywoodcollege.com or go to the website at www.tollywoodcollege.com. You could also go to the physical address to see things for yourself at kilometer 43 Lekki Ekpe Expressway by Canaan Land Estate, Shongotedo, Aja, Lagos. Rest assured, we will be waiting.
Well, certainly, we are back. The waiting is done. Time for the closing argument in this brilliant debate between Anthony Ndukwe and Esther Joseph. Anthony is from New Hall International School. Esther from Hisac Academy. Maryann.
Yes, and for this round, you both have 3 minutes each. Don't forget, you cannot make new points. This is an opportunity for you to convince the judges from whatever side of the divide that you are on. We're going to reverse back to status quo. So we're going to reverse. There's no back after reverse. I'm correcting myself. So Esther, we're coming back to you. You have 3 minutes. Are you ready? Your 3 minutes starts now.
For over 50 years, NYSC has existed. And for over 50 years, Nigeria has remained divided, insecure, and struggling with youth unemployment. Today, we ask ourselves a question. Has NYSC truly fulfilled its purpose? The answer is clear, it has not. Core members were meant to serve the nation, yet they serve in fear. They're meant to gain experience, yet they finish jobless. They're meant to be symbols of national unity, yet our nation remained riddled with ethnic and religious conflicts. Now, imagine a different Nigeria. A Nigeria where every graduate is trained, disciplined, and prepared, not just to be survivors, but to lead. A country where every youth is equipped with real skills, not sent to rural villages with chalk and lesson notes. A country where no youth is helpless towards security because they have been trained to defend themselves and their communities. This is not just a vision. This is what mandatory military service can achieve. NYSC has failed, and military service is a better solution. Some say NYSC promotes unity, but how can there be unity where core members bribe their way into safe states just to avoid danger? Some say NYSC creates opportunities, but tell that to the thousands of core members who end up unemployed after serving. Some say NYSC prepares youth for the future, but what has it prepared them for? A world where they remain defenseless, a country where they have no practical survival skills. Now compare this to countries with military service. South Korea trains its youth in discipline and leadership. Today it has one of the strongest economies in the world. Israel prepares its youth for emergencies. Today it has one of the best trained population in national defense. Singapore turned its military service into a model of national strength. Today its youth are known for intelligence, discipline, and innovation. If this nation smaller than Nigeria have used military service to create strong and self-reliant youth, then why should we settle for an outdated system that leaves our graduates vulnerable and unprepared? Military service builds leaders, not just survivors. Some may say that not all graduates can serve in combat. Yes, but military service isn't about combat. It includes disaster relief training to help during flood, fires, and national crisis, cyber security training to help strengthen Nigeria against digital threats, and logistics and engineering skills to help build infrastructure. We're not calling for war, we're calling for preparedness. Some say NYSC is good enough, but is good enough the standard rewards for our nation? If NYSC is good enough, why are our graduates still vulnerable? If NYSC is good enough, why are youth still unemployed? If NYSC is good enough, why has Nigeria made no real progress in youth development? The truth is simple. NYSC has outlived its usefulness. Nigeria needs a program that does more than send our graduates to offices for a year. We need a program that instills discipline, program that prepares youth for the future, equip Nigeria youth with real skills, build a generation of leaders, not just followers. Some say, is military service the only way? And to them I say it's the best way, because a country battling terrorism, insecurity, and rising crime, a generation of trained and disciplined youth would help. It's not just a necessity, but the only path to survival. It's time we replace NYSC mandatory military service, not because we seek war, but because we seek a stronger, more capable, and more resilient Nigeria. A Nigeria where youth are leaders, a Nigeria where no one is defenseless, a Nigeria where our servants miss strength. The world is changing, and we must change with it, because only the disciplined, the trained, and the prepared will be ready for the challenges ahead. And it's time we build a Nigeria starting today. I rest my case. Thank you.
All right on time.
Brilliant closing from Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy. 16-year-old SS3 student. She's played her part. But there is time left for her opponent to complete his duty. Anthony Ndukwe, Anagha of New Hall International School.
All right, Anthony, your 3 minutes starts now.
All protocols still observed. I still remain Anthony Ndukwe Anagha, representing New International School. And these are my closing remarks. Still opposing the motion which states NYSC should be replaced for 1 year mandatory military service. Before I begin, I'd like to say, it is time. It's time I tell you why replacing NYSC for mandatory military service will be the worst mistake we Nigerians will ever make. First of all, investment, as I have to say it. Like I said before, 2 trillion naira not being enough for our budget for military service compared to 146 billion naira sufficient for NYSC. Do you think that if we power the system with more money, that then to be sufficient? No, it won't be. When we have corrupt officials like Sambo, the CAQ, who allegedly lost $2.6 billion as if money has wings now, no matter how much money we put into the system, they will always take money out of it. Didn't corruption just happen in military service? It does not only happen in NYSC. Let's just make that fact very clear for everybody to know. Division will be very rampant in our society. You see, the wealthy families, the wealthy ones who keep their children locked in administrative office, legs crossed, receiving salaries, while with the middle class citizens, we the ones considered grassroots, will be sent out to the front line to fight tirelessly day and night. Do you want to run a system where for 365 days you will lose your right to life and your right to choice because you're not from a wealthy home? And we need to acknowledge the fact that when it comes to NYSC, it is a much stronger program when it comes to promoting unity. That is just the truth. It promotes intermarriages, intercommunal relationships, and it helps in bridges ethnic, cultural, and religious barriers, like I've mentioned before, far better than what military service can ever do. See, the last time we made a crack like this, the Igbo states tried to divide Nigeria into two to form Biafra. Do you want to make that same mistake again, where they can have a state to stand their ground? We keep comparing ourselves to South Korea, but can I ask you this question? Do you not want to have their own suicide risk? Because the citizens are suffering mentally from this type of system that they're running. If not the psychological trauma they're going to go through, how can 30% of trained military personnel be suffering from PTSD? Trained military personnel, so imagine what the system will now do to untrained fresh graduates who are not ready to handle such a system. Imagine how this will affect them mentally. What do you want it to do? Are we even considering our children's situation right now? Let's not make such a grave mistake as replacing NYSC for military service. Also, if we wanted our child to do military service, we would have put them in a military school. For God's sake, we put them in university for them to have a pattern, for them to learn, serve, and have their career progress. Not for them to risk their career progress all because of 1 year of military school. Let's be very careful on that part now. So some may say that this military school may give us the skills to fight armed robbers and thieves. But what happens when this military school is now the ones creating armed robbers and thieves? Because what stops ex-military trainees from using their skills now to cause harm and do bad activities in our society? We can never know. Let's take this for an instance. An emotionally compulsive man who has access to a gun and military training. What do you think he would do? Let me answer that question for you. Just like Isaac Okoro and Henry Okafa, he will use that skill to form a rebellion or to be harmful to our society. And let's not forget, at every given point in time, it will always be our safety that will be at risk. In conclusion, a nation is not just built by the strength of its soldiers, it is built by the unity of the people. A nation is educated minds, not just armed hands. NYSC creates leaders, while mandatory military service will only force followers. Thank you.
All right.
And thus this brilliant debate comes to a halt. Great job by both contestants. Anthony Ndukwe Anagha of New Hall International School is only 14. Is in year 11 or SS2. Well done. This topic, well, has been dealt with as best they could. The judges will determine their fate as we progress. In moments from now, the Diction judge, perhaps, when she's ready, will share her thoughts on their performance so far. But we take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go straight into that.
Diamonds and Pearls Travels is a multi-award winning company whose aim is to demystify travel, make it affordable and accessible by providing seamless travel service like flights, hotels, tours, transfers, packages, visa assistance, cruises, and so much more. And this Easter, Diamonds and Pearls Travels have 2 destinations for families where they are guaranteed to have maximum fun because they have selected 2 destinations that will wow you and your kids. And they call it Estalicious in Qatar from the 16th to 23rd of April, and also Estalicious in Egypt from the 15th to 21st of April. These La Familia packages are for only families with children. So daddies and mommies, for inquiries or booking, call Diamonds and Pearls Travels on 0902 521 5421. Again, 0902 521 5421, or you can call 0813 741 2306. 0813 741 2306. So what are you waiting for? Be part of this beautiful experience. Diamonds and Pearls Travel Limited are proud sponsors of I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. It's time now to hear from our Diction judge and coach, Yvonne Haifo. We'll take the next 2 minutes to do that.
Thank you, Femi. Well done, both of you. I'll start with you, Anthony. You say replace with, not for, okay? You replace something with and not for. Personnel is a collective noun. You don't say personnels. and you don't say a military personnel. You can say a soldier, you can say a military person, but you don't say a military personnel, because personnel is used in the collective form to refer to all members of the military. Okay? You also, when using the subjunctive mood, as in this case where you said, if I was the boss, you should have said, if I were the boss. Okay? If I were the boss. Again, Anthony, it is ask, not ask. It is risk, not risks. Okay? Risk, not risk. Risk, not risks. All right? You also say, I'm going to stop here for the sake of time for you, Anthony. I'll come to you, Esther Joseph. Esther, security, not security. Security, okay? Not security. You also say reduce, not reduce. Not ray. Okay? Reduce, all right? Recruit, not recruit. Recruit. Recruit, okay? So you say recruit. You also say taxation, not taxation. There's no Z in that word, it's an X. Taxation, all right? You say it is time we replaced. Not it is time we replace. It is time we replaced. It is time we built. Okay, whenever I use it is time, use the simple past tense of the verb, not the present, the simple present tense. Okay, you also say, you should have said, if they had been trained, they would have been better prepared. We're referring to those people, all right? Those NYSC core members who were, because that's a subjunctive mood. They were not trained. It's not a statement of fact because they were attacked. Okay, so you should have said, if they had been trained, they would, as opposed to if they were trained, they would have, been better prepared if they had been trained. I'll stop here as well for want of time. Well done, both of you.
We'll be back in a moment.
My children are athletes. From the moment they wake up, they keep playing and learning. So, when I pack the new Milo NS snacks into their lunchbox, I'm giving them a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo NS Snacks, snack of future champions to help your kids refuel and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Are you in the agro-island food and beverage manufacturing, printing, or packaging industry? Get ready to position your business for success. Meet potential customers and collaborate with global industry leaders at one of Nigeria's biggest international trade shows. Agro-Food and Plasprint Pack Nigeria marks 10 years of connecting businesses and driving growth. Join us at the Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island, Lagos, from March 25th to March 27th, 2025, for an anniversary edition packed with opportunities. Meet with exhibitors from Europe, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Asia, and Africa to showcase your products, innovations, and machine requirements. You can also sponsor to gain high-level exposure or attend as a visitor to explore new opportunities. Register now at www.agrofood-nigeria.com and www.ppp-nigeria.com or call 0902-222-2226. Be a part of this milestone. See you there.
I was 9 when I realized Ramadan was more than fasting. At 15, it became clear this season is also about connecting with loved ones and sharing Lipton, especially during Sahur and Iftar. Today, it's my turn to teach the little ones the true meaning of Ramadan. And I always start with the rich taste of Lipton Yellow Label Tea.
This Ramadan, enjoy the flavorful taste of Lipton Yellow Label Tea. Tea so good, you'll want to share.
Are you a startup, a growing enterprise, or a global powerhouse? Verto helps you experience fast, frictionless global transactions. Need to receive money across continents? Just Verto it. With Verto, you can receive money from over 170 countries in the world and get paid in over 50 currencies, quickly and securely. Our borderless solutions empower startups and large enterprises globally. Effortlessly accept payments, streamline payouts, manage finances, automate financial tasks, and grow revenue. Verto, cross-border payments simplified. Get started now at www.vertofx.com.
Sorry, madam. There's an emergency at the shop. They need you now. It's a serious...
Nothing is more serious than a Golden Morn breakfast with my family. Don't you understand? All our winnings start with a nutritious golden breakfast. Now, sit down. Please join us.
Yes, ma'am. At once.
Breakfast is serious business. Handle it with a nutritious Golden Morn. Now with a great new look. Trust Golden Morn to help fuel your family to win every day. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Let me ask you a question. What holds you back when you wake up each morning? Is it the uncertainty of how the day will unfold? And as the day goes on, what makes your heart race? Is it the quiet fear that maybe you're not doing enough? And when it's evening, is it the longing for just a little more time? Whatever it is, remember, challenges don't define you, but how you rise to meet them. Staying connected to your dreams, that's how you break free from limits. Get unlimited data plus up to 6-hour battery backup to keep you connected without interruptions on Airtel 4G 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to find out more. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Mama, are you hungry? Yes, my pikin. Oh, yeah, go change. Make you come chop.
My children are my life, but I know say they need to eat well to do well. Since I discovered Maggi soya chunks, to add protein to my food, don't they easy?
Now, I know they worry whether them get protein for food, because with Maggi soya chunks, I fit give them protein for food.
Protein every day for my family.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back. It is decision time. Maryann.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the votes on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
Yes, this is how you voted. We put up a poll on all of these platforms. On X, 53% voted for Anthony Anagha. Okay.
Would that mean 47% voted the other way?
47% voted Esther Joseph.
Esther, okay.
Let's see. Oh, sorry, that was Facebook. All right, on X, 80% voted for Anthony Anagha and 20% voted for Esther Joseph. And on Facebook, 64% voted for Anthony Anagha and 35% voted for Esther Joseph.
Thank you very much for your votes. We welcome them from this quarterfinal stage all the way through. Let's now come to the judges' decision. For the sake of time, I would take this on a judge-by-judge basis. I would like to start with the scoring of Chief Judge Chike Ngadije. This is how Judge Chike scores it. Judge Chike scores the first round 10-8 in favor of Esther. He scores the second round 10-9 in favor of Anthony. And then he scores the third round 10-8.5 in favor of Esther. On his scorecard, Esther leads 29-26.5. I come now to the scorecard of Judge Ufoma Egbamuno. Judge Ufoma scores the first round 10-7. He scores the second round 10-9. And he scores the third round 10-8. All in favor of Esther. 30-24 on his scorecard. Which brings us now to the scorecard of Judge Yvonne. Judge Yvonne scores the first round a tie. She scores the second round a tie. She scores the third round a tie. She also scores the Diction infraction round a tie. Meaning the winner and qualifier to the semi-final, the first qualifier, Lagos. Say congratulations to Esther Joseph of Hisac Academy. She takes this by 99 points to 90.5. Congratulations, Esther.
Thank you, sir.
All the best in the semi-final. I must say, and this is just coming from me, I've seen you debate better than today. So I think you second-guessed yourself a lot. You stumbled quite a bit. But you managed to pull through from the scorecard that I have here. So well done.
Thank you.
Okay. We expect more effort in the semi-final. You'd meet your semi-final opponent by the end of the day. Anthony, well done.
Great job.
I don't know. I'm proud of you. At the end of the day, you fell short. Yeah. And coming into this quarterfinal, you were the only boy remaining. You've been in the midst. You are in the midst of 7 girls in the quarterfinals. It didn't go your way at the end of the day, but it's nothing for you to be sad about. I can tell you, I'm very, very proud of what you've done. Continue to work at it. I look forward to seeing you again at these debates. I think you're a brilliant debater, and you should continue to work on it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for gracing our studios with your presence, both of you. Lagos, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will go into the second debate of the day. Stay with us.
The battle of minds just got tougher. The stakes higher than ever. 8 debaters remain for
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.